at Kajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Hello, and good morning on this TGIF. It is currently 70 degrees, and it's supposed to rain most of the day. First in the chat was Stacy. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Yarn again. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Kathy. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing, Deadhead? Hello, good morning, and welcome. And also John and Lisa. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are y'all doing? Good to see you. And Miss Denise. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Let's see who else is here. Marketplace Boutiques. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And there's our featured channel of the week. Hello, Jennifer. Our featured channel of the week. Yes, that is Miss Denise. Hello, good morning. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I did go to bed early too last night, but then I called and talked. I was talking with my dad for a while. My stepmother, she'll be 95 years old next week. So we had a good long conversation. Then I went to bed, and then I woke up early this morning. I got all kind of stuff done, my new video clips, and getting ready to do my new video for next week. Hello, Hetty. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Lisa, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And so I'm working on that for next week. I already know what it's going to be, so I'm going to have to do it this weekend so I can get some things done. It has to do with eBay. Thanks to Michael, Angry Otter Comics. Was it yesterday? We were talking about something with eBay, and I kind of showed it online how to do it as he was telling us in the chat. So I'm going to make that a video because I figured out a way around that. And so I'm going to definitely show that in a video. Also, all those who had bingo, they are packed and just got to put the label on them. So they're going out this morning. Just got to label them to go out. All right, today's calendar of events. Today at 10 o'clock, you have Ella Saved Here First with Victoria. Adventures with Victoria at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, you also have Stacey May Catitudes. She does her live 7 days a week. And then at 10 o'clock is Nora, the Stock Explorer. At 11:30 is Jackass Retro. At 1 o'clock today on Adopted Retrospects is TGIF Auction. Then at 1 o'clock is Let's Do Lunch Podcast. At 2:30 is Janine's Twin Sister Sale. Then we have, and I need to mark where I already had it. Still had it highlighted. Good. Let's see. Then we have at 4 o'clock is Southern Vintage. It's actually Southern Siren Vintage. 5 o'clock is Helen New England Thrifter. 5 o'clock is also Sabrina with Simon Says, Let's Make a Deal. Then at 6 o'clock is Deb's Wood Burning, and that's at 6, with also Jimmy to Flip It. If you're thinking about getting into ephemera, definitely check out his channel, because on Monday and Fridays, he does a show where he does some listings, and he kind of goes through some things and what to list, what not to list, how to list, how to all that good stuff. So if you're thinking about getting into ephemera, definitely that is a great channel to get to. Also at 6 o'clock is Mona Did What with her Sew and Chat. At 6:45 is I Spy Anitra Queen. I Spy Queen Anitra, duh. And I saw a thumbnail where I think she's going to be on with Aaron this Saturday. I did see a thumbnail yesterday where she'll be a guest with Aaron tomorrow. Aaron Proctor. The ephemera guy with the hat, brooch, pin, hat, big long name. Then at 7 o'clock is Steve Looking for Silver. Also at 7 o'clock is Treasures Found Jeff Open Panel. He does it every other Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, if you're interested in thinking about getting into it and have questions about Amazon, at 7:30 is on Mess Hall Diggs' channel at 7:30, live for no reason. And that's every Friday at 7:30. I think they're on regular schedule now for right now. 8 o'clock is Horizon Picks Comic Sale Auction. At 8 o'clock is also Old Time Gems and Antiques Melissa. At 8:30 is Living My Best Life at 60. And today's show is Words on Stream. And then at 9 o'clock is Margie with Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. And at midnight, to end the night, is Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. So I did update the calendar. It is the second on the community tab. It is the second post. I just did that. And then I did the new feature channel of the week this morning. And so if you want to be put on the calendar and you have your regular time that you go live and you would like to be on the calendar, it is, please just go to that community tab post where I have the calendar link. It's today's date. Leave me a comment. Let me know and I'll put you on the calendar. And if it's a lot and you want to just email me, you're more than welcome to email me as well. Let's see who else is here. Joe, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see here. Danielle, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And the stats, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? No, number 7 on the thumbs up. How many we have? 23. Wow, that's a low number. Would y'all please hit that thumbs up? That does help the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Today we will be having, of course, as far as I know, Pam. Oh, not Pam. I'm sorry, Laura. Hello, Pam. I saw Pam and said Pam. Good morning, hello, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Today is Laura with DzinesLaura, where we'll be talking about Etsy, Q&A, all about Etsy. So if you're thinking about getting there and you want to get some questions answered, you come to the right place today. So hopefully when she gets here, we'll get started. Also, don't forget that I do download all those morning shows with the Q&As, and usually it's about an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute long live show. But I do edit those down to smaller videos. And when I say smaller, about 30, 35 minutes. That way you get just the question and answers on those. And I make sure that the thumbnail is according to what we had questions on in the chat for that particular show. So definitely make sure you check those out. And I will have another video too coming out next week. I'll be working on that this weekend because we're supposed to have a lot of rain. And I don't have no plans on getting out unless I have to go to the post office. Other than that, that'll be it. Other than that, that's all I have right now. I got, like I said, all the packaging done. I got all stuff ready to the list. I have to clean up my eBay shipping policies first before I start listing more. So I'll get that done this weekend. Try to get that as my goal for the weekend, and move some more supplies around and product so I can get things listed. And then I got to get some things because next week on the 19th, we will have our auction on with Grandma's Closet next Wednesday the 19th, and that's at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And myself and Mark and Mike from Two Old Guys Vintage and Reseller will be there on with Grandma's Closet. So definitely come and check that out. That'll be next Thursday. Lisa, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Harry, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you? Major score, Johnny. Major score. Oh, what you scored? What was it? Is it in a video? Jenner leaving estate sale. What? Oh, thank you, Stats. 11 months. I know it's crazy how 11 months we've been members already. I can't believe it's that long already. All right, y'all. Guess what? If y'all come over here for the question and answers of Etsy, you come to the right place because Laura is here and we're about ready to get started. So if you have any questions, please make sure you do put them in the chat. You can either put the word question all in caps and then put that question in the chat so we can get it answered, because we want to make sure we get your answers today if we can. If not, it'll be next week if we can't remember or find them or even have to research something. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring on none other than DzinesLaura. Good morning.
Hello. Good
How you
morning,
doing?
everyone. I'm doing good. How are you, Johnny?
Great. I am not home. Just left a state sale in Delaware. What? Well, you're doing some traveling. Well, it's not that far from you. So for those who don't know who Laura is, y'all missing out because she has been doing some pop-ups. She's been doing some auctions. She's been showing up on other channels, collaborating with others. So Laura, why don't you go ahead and we do have some new people in the chat that may not know who you are and they're missing out. So definitely promote yourself and don't forget your disclosure. And where can they find you with your channel promoting yourself?
Sure. I'm going to start with the disclosure because I always forget that part. So I'll start there. I'll forget everything else. Good morning to everyone in the chat. I see all of you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Johnny. My disclosure is that I am not an Etsy expert. I've been on there for 11 years. I spend a lot of time in the forums, a lot of time fact checking what I see in the forums by using the Etsy's terms of use and their seller handbook. So I always like to say I know enough to stay out of trouble, and I'm here to answer the questions I have a factual answer for, and otherwise I will look them up. And sometimes when you guys ask for my opinion, I do that as well. So I'm not an expert, but you know, I like to stay out of trouble.
Amen.
Johnny, thank you for having me on. You've really hit some fantastic milestones.
Ooh, Lord Jesus. Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster ride, and it's all, I mean, it's really fun to watch.
Thank you.
Who works really hard and you help people. And it's really nice to see that coming back to you. It's been really fun watching it. And then I will definitely be there watching you on the Nurse Flipper,
Yes.
July 8th at 8 o'clock.
Yep, August 8th at 8.
Yes. Oh, August 8th. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. And so who am I? Well, my name's Laura. I've been making spoon jewelry from vintage silverware for 30 years. I did my first in-person craft fair 30 years ago. I've never really mentioned, there was about a 10-year period there before I went online that I traveled the Midwest. I did a lot of traveling, 3-4 day shows. I took my oldest with me. He always says he was raised under tables. So then I did my first online sale, was on Etsy 11 years ago, and I made my first YouTube sale just this year.
All right, everyone. So if you have any questions, please make sure Johnny is good. Dude, can I hear hip, hip, hooray? Oh, thank you, Harry. All right, let me do this and move us around this way. And I have some hellos I want to say in the chat, like Kim. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Don't forget, Kim does go live today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see who else is here. Mom, Yvonne, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, Patrick, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. He's the working Patrick today in the office. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I see a lot of hellos. I try to do as many as I can in a day to help everybody. That's just the way I am. I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. And if I can make somebody happy, one happiness a day, I made my goal. Lisa, Live Style Rewind. Hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Laura, you need anything from the dollar store?
Could you get me some erasers, please?
Y'all, if y'all don't know what that's about, y'all missed out this past Tuesday, every first Tuesday of the month. I am doing a shout out showcase of members of the channel, and we had a blast this past Tuesday. I am looking forward to next month already. Jeffrey, hello, good morning, and welcome. And y'all gotta go see it. It was too funny. So anywho, if you're looking for questions in reference to getting on or haven't started yet, and you're thinking about getting on the Etsy, you've come to the right place. And if you have any questions, we do ask that you please ask them. No small question is not a good question. All questions are great questions, but no matter how small or how big the question is, we want to make sure you not only get them answered, but if we don't know that answer, usually Laura does her little research, and then the following week we'll catch up on that and touch up on that question we had from last week. And I think we're good for this week, or did we have anything from last week? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember having anything from last week. We did we spent some time talking about Ground Advantage, and then we spent some time talking about the big concern of holds on our payments.
Yeah. So as far as the Ground Advantage setup, I think it went very well as far as a smooth turnover.
Yes.
Again, Etsy, Mercari, Bonanza, and I think Amazon, those went pretty well. The only thing I'm having an issue with is as far as that's concerned with the updates. Of course, every time eBay does updates, it causes extra little problems. So I'll be taking care of that this weekend with the video to show you how you can correct that problem.
Oh, good.
Etsy, I haven't seen any issues. I think it all went pretty well for their smooth turnover. Hello, Steph. Hello. Good morning and welcome, Jeannie.
Yeah, I went and checked in the Etsy forums, and I didn't see any talk about damage or issues or anything. So it's so far, I mean, we haven't been quite a whole full week. I still have some packages out there. I shipped a lot of packages last week. I mean, I had a whole 2 pages of orders to ship out. So far, fingers crossed, no issues.
No, Jeffrey, I did not hear about that. Is that you talking about Harold's Simply Adventures? Sorry to hear that. No, I did not.
Oh.
And also, please keep not only Harold in your thoughts and prayers, but also keep Michael Angry Out of Comics while he's going through everything he needs to take care of. He also lost a family member yesterday. That was day before yesterday. But he did come on the show yesterday and talk about it. So y'all keep him in his your prayers as well. Vintage Memories. Hello. Good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you, Laura. Did I get my Ziploc bag?
Ready for you, Kim.
Yes, definitely prayers. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I had gotten another, and again, I say this a lot. If you have not subscribed to, then I just got another one yesterday, I believe it was. Where it went? Yeah, right here, yesterday, the 13th. Yep, that was yesterday. With e-commerce bites, make sure you do subscribe to that email. It's a great newsletter when it comes to all the different platforms, whether it be Etsy, Poshmark, or Mercari, or any platform. They do a great update. 9 times out of 10, it's either 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what's going on, if there's anything that we didn't know about. Again, that is a great email that you want to definitely be part of and definitely sign up for. Johnny, everyone gives Johnny thumb. Yes, please. That does help. I would greatly appreciate it. Sending extra love. Yes, definitely. Paul, hello. Good morning and welcome. Yes, it is Harold. Okay. Definitely we'll keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Corner Clubhouse. Hello. Good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Nana, hello. Good morning and welcome. And yes, please hit that thumbs up. That does up. And don't forget also, Laura's information is in the description right below, but also Jennifer has been dropping it in the links in the chat. So make sure you do check out Laura's channel, her website, her email if you need to email her. I believe Instagram and whatever I have, it's all in the description bar below. For
yeah, I have all of those, and just like full disclosure, between the YouTube sales and the in-person farmers market, I haven't done a lot of listing other than I renew my Etsy ones, but I haven't listed a lot of new things because I found out that I was photographing and listing stuff on the website, which I like is great, but then it was being claimed on the YouTube sale or at the market. And so I was spending time listing and photographing that didn't need to really be done. That it'll when the market's finished, I'll ramp that up again. So
all right, we have questions. By the way, hello, Aaron. Hello, good afternoon and morning and welcome. It could be afternoon where you're at. What is the winning lottery numbers for today? That my ESP is never turned on, so that I cannot help you with, because if I knew, I would be out there buying my tickets.
Yep.
And as I usually say, my ESPN, I just don't turn that on. You know what I'm saying? We have a question from Kim. How's Etsy's platform for vintage video game items?
Well, I know for sure, Kim, that it's 20 years or older. Etsy defines vintage as 20 years or older. So it would be okay. I need to, I've actually never looked at vintage video games on Etsy. And so before I just like throw an answer out there, I do like to go and make sure that it's okay, because I don't ever want to lead anybody wrong. So I'm going to write that down as something for me to go take a look at before I give the full answer. But as long as they are for sure 20 years or older, then I need to make sure that they're still okay.
Yeah, because I
Sorry.
do know that I've come across a lot of the old cartridges for the Atari. And so I would have never thought about that on Etsy. I know they're starting to do more categories, but I never thought about that one.
But I will say this, if they are okay, if they are not against their terms of use, if they're okay to sell, this is a general statement that I use for vintage items, is that if it's in very good condition, like something maybe a collector or someone who's going back and buying their childhood again, Etsy would, but remember, I got to make sure that it's okay. I never know what weird rule Etsy's going to have, because you can't sell blank sweatshirts on Etsy. So I want to be really careful about giving the go ahead. But I will say that if the game is in very good condition, or if it's a collectible, Etsy would be a good place, because people who are collectors or trying to buy back their childhood where condition is important to them, they do go to Etsy. They want a higher level of customer service and packaging. So yeah, I'll look into it for you, Kim.
We have a question from Mom Yvonne. Laura, do you only sell jewelry exclusively?
Nope. I do also wind chimes, which is like maybe a teapot or a creamer of sugar with silverware and beads hanging down. They do make a lovely sound in the wind. I have not put up a short video on the sound they make yet. That's coming. I do also, this is the first year ever I've made sun catchers. When it was really, really cold, January and February, instead of going out into the cold garage to work, I watched a lot of YouTube and I put together sun catchers and Christmas ornaments using as-for crystals, like what they would put on a chandelier, and some crystals. I use unique things up at the top. And actually, I'm not like begging for subscribers or viewers or anything, but I did put some short videos up this week showing the sprinkling cans, a ramekin, and an elephant made from a fork. So if you would like to actually see them in person, there are videos up there for you to see. Thank you, Mom. That was such a sweet question.
And
those items are going to be for sale. Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Those items that I just said about the sun catchers are going to be available on my sale tonight.
Now, she did a video about a week or two ago showing those wind chimes. So you got to go see it. They're so beautiful. You got to watch it. I did already watch it. And I left a comment. Kim would like to know, she says, I have all the original Nintendo items. Wow.
I'll find out for you, Kim. I'll find out, Kim.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Lisa, good to see you. Hello, good morning, and welcome. E133, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome back. Sounds like fun, Harry. Everybody's saying hello. Jamie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Kim has another question.
I'm getting there. I'm watching the chat at the same time, and it's like, okay, I got to get there.
Oh my God.
Laura, can you make spoon erasers?
No, Kim, I don't want to infringe on somebody else's idea. That's up to you, girl. She wants spoon erasers so she can eat her spoon chicken nuggets.
What about chicken nugget erasers? Y'all, listen, that's an inside joke. Y'all got to go watch Tuesday's auction. That was hilarious. We had such a great time. I can't say it enough.
It was so fun. That was
I
so
laughed
fun.
so hard. I had to go. Yeah, my cheeks were hurting after all that. So
Yep.
yeah, y'all got to go watch it. That's all I got to say. Seen old. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm dropping a link right now because there is an ad, a newsletter that came out yesterday for e-commerce bites, and I'm going to drop this link because it has to do with Etsy's ads weekends to process times.
Yes.
If you want to read it, please read that. That was the only thing on Etsy this last newsletter that came out yesterday. So there's the link for it. And that way, when you go to sign up, when you go to look at the link, it'll probably ask you if you would like to sign up. Please do, because that is some great information. 9 times out of 10, if there's something in the middle of the week, they will post a special newsletter. But usually it's on Mondays and Fridays. Usually Thursday night. When I wake up Friday morning, it's there. So I can't recommend
I need to get that done. I need to get myself signed up for that. Because I do like to read those things. I like to read the ones, and just the one thing you want to, when you're reading those, because they're all good. I respect the people who write that. They do a really good job for us sellers, pointing things out that we might miss when we're super busy.
Yep.
But just the one thing you want to, and this is for all the platforms that they report on. Did the subject come from the site like eBay or Etsy, or did it come from something that was written in the forums? Because if it was written in the forums, I personally like to go fact check that, make sure that everything that was actually true.
Exactly. And that's one of the things too about this. Anytime they're talking about something, even if it's from, say, the forum or where they got that information from, 9 times out of 10, there is a link to click on to go directly to that information.
Yes.
Again, they're pretty good at that. Jamie says, I am looking into hiring people to post my ads on eBay to do all the hard work. Would you recommend this? I am talking to 2 men right now.
Okay, so Jamie, there are definitely a lot of people who have YouTube channels who do hire people. Not a lot. I've heard of some. I've heard of some people hiring people. The longevity of those employees, the ones that I'm aware of, they don't stick around for a long time. They get trained, they do it, it's not their jam, because many of us want to pass off the tasks that we like least, and listing seems to be one of them. So as long as you're okay with spending the time to hire somebody, you might also have to look over everything they do, because you are responsible for any errors that would come into the description part or the condition part. But as long as you're okay with the possibility that they're going to move on, it's a high rotation from what I've seen. And I'm not going to shout out any other channels, but there are people that they do that. Yes. I personally would not recommend it for me, even though I really could use that help. I just don't want the rotation.
I know I've heard that, because my personal opinion by this is I do not want to be using some virtual assistant when it comes to that kind of stuff. But what I hear, the way that works is when you have a virtual assistant, you give them all the information they are supposedly to do all the listing for you. But then you have to finalize that listing and make sure everything is correct before you add it to your live stream, wherever you're putting it. Now, I'm not sure if they do all the other platforms, but I know there's one major one that somebody uses, and I cannot remember the name, and I do not want to advertise that because I'm not 100% sure, because I don't use it. So I would not be feeling comfortable promoting it. But there is some virtual assistants that you can hire through certain companies where they can do your listings. You give them the information, but what happens is you have to finalize it before it goes up, because it's your final word that if you're doing this type of service, it's your responsibility to make sure everything is correct before it goes live on that particular platform that you're using it for. So be careful with that. I've heard a lot of problems with that service. So they're out there. Just make sure you do your homework for that, and make sure you don't get into the wrong group of those that are supposed to be virtual assistants. I want someone to list over 5,000 items for me. Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Whew, that's a lot of work.
I mean, if it's a short defined, like I want to get these 5,000 done, like okay, so you've got this much time. If it's not an ongoing thing, maybe, but it's still everything that Johnny said. You're still got to look it over, and you're responsible for any errors in the description or condition.
Exactly. And if something happens and you wind up getting, say, a return because of the listing was incorrect, that falls on you, because it's your final word to, okay, I approve it before you make it live. But it's called the virtual assistants for listing. Basically, you have to turn in all your information to that person of what you have. They're supposed to be doing all the right words and all the things that go on with any platform. But yeah, you have to give that final word, and you got to remember it's your responsibility when doing that. Let's see here. My eBay guy hired a person one time and he regretted it. Yeah, I believe it or not, I enjoy listing because when I know what I'm putting in my listing, I know what I got. To me, I enjoy it. But again, there are some people who don't like that. So there's the link for the TGIF today at 1 o'clock, and that's on Adopted Retrospects. I've heard of people using the online gig workers too. Now, I'm not sure about that. I don't know how all that works, but I do know that there are some people who use them.
And that's a lot, Jamie. One tip, I'm not going to tell you how to run your business, but one tip might be to start to group things that are alike. Let's say you have 50 pieces of jewelry of the 5,000. Work on just that, because you can do a sell similar. So your categories and everything would be kind of the same. Your description might be a little bit the same, just, change, what you need to change in the description or condition. Your shipping profile, or however that, I don't use profiles on, oh yeah, I do on eBay. I use a shipping profile. Your shipping for jewelry would be kind of the same. So maybe group things together and do sell similar on eBay. Try that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point. And also, Lisa says, unless you're a huge seller, financially, it doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Because it's going to cost you. Let's see here. Yes, I've heard YouTubers do it. I just, my only one person here, and I'm seeing, yeah. For me, I can't see waste. To me, that's a waste of money. Because you still got to do the final work anyway, and you still got to do the work to give it to that person to do. Mm-hmm. I will be on Kim's TGF today, my first time. That's right. Nana's gonna be on today for the first time. Girl, you got this. It's okay.
I will see you there, Nana.
Be yourself and have fun. That's what it's all about. One listing at a time. Yes, exactly. But like Laura was saying, that's a great idea. Try to group them in categories, because if you can do the first one and it may be something minor or something close to it, you can just go back and say sell similar, and then you already got your main part. Or you can even do it as a what is it called?
A lot?
No, it's when you set everything up, it's like a draft, but it's more like a you can correct it, you can do it and then save it as, and then you can also go back and change things for the next item. And I know there's a word for it, I can't remember, but it's almost like a draft.
And another thing, instead of selling each thing individually, because shipping is, I know maybe it didn't go up so much in this new Ground Advantage that just rolled out, but shipping is a concern. And like from my perspective, I'm a big eBay buyer. I buy more than I sell on eBay. And when someone lists one spoon, I have to pay shipping on one spoon. But if they lot it up, I can pay shipping for one time for a lot. So try some lots if it makes sense for what you're trying to list, Jamie.
Jamie also says, I know they're already asking her for her eBay password. Be careful.
That's scary.
Yes. Jamie, that's a lot of items. Does eBay? Yes, eBay does give you any platform. And we had talked about this last week in reference to, especially if you're new to even Etsy. You do have and that's on any platform, including if you're doing online auctions on different channels. When you do everything and set everything up through PayPal, you do have a limited time frame of like 120 days or 90 days, depending on what they have it for you, or $1,000 in sales, or 100 items sold kind of thing. But each platform is different. So I know for eBay, they do start you on a low on the basic, depending on what level store you purchase, or just the free one. If you're on the free one, yes, you do have a limit, but you can always call them for more if you are doing well and constantly listing and selling. That's what they're looking for, your consistency on your shipping. I take a step further about the eBay items. No response on my part. All right. I hear you there. Let's see. I just need to stuff sold because I haven't made any money yet. Yeah, just keep on listing. Be consistent. Keep feeding the beast is what we call it. She got her thoughts ready for 6. Uh-oh. Jamie, you can also start on YouTube and go. Yes, you can also do lives on YouTube. And I know you're in Canada. Hopefully, you were able to check into that virtual PO box. That might help you as well. Let's see, large big ticket items locally, and that's one of the other tips. Well, I don't know what your feelings are about this, but I know when I first started, I was scared about listing anything that was a high price dollar amount. So this is my opinion. Try to start with a lot of low items, or go around, and they got a lot of these websites or YouTube or eBay stores that have like 99 cents items, and start purchasing those, because 9 times out of 10 when you purchase something like that, you do get an immediate feedback, because you want to try to get that feedback up high as quickly as possible. So even buying some few items here and there, helping you to build your feedback. And your opinion on that as well, Laura, as far as
Say,
the new listing on items, what's the limit, and how to get started when you're listing things on any platform?
well, on Etsy, there isn't a limit that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe if someone was brand new and they just went crazy, I don't know if Etsy would take a look at that. I have never come across anything in their handbook or the terms of use as a limit. But you do pay 20 cents. When you list on Etsy, it's 20 cents per listing, and that will last for 4 months. If the item doesn't sell after 4 months, it goes into your expired folder, and then you can choose to relist, which will be another 20 cents. So that could become, I don't think 20 cents is a lot, but that could become a lot of money if you're listing just thousands and thousands of items that don't sell in 4 months. Listing on Etsy, it is very good for the algorithm to feed that algorithm, though, by listing. If you can list daily, fantastic, but you do need to feed the algorithm, and then your other items will also be shown as long as you are in good standing with Etsy.
Now, this is a good question I'm going to ask you for Jamie, because of her questions have been very good today with questions. Whenever you're listing and say it's multiples, and again, it's only 20 cents for that listing, but it's good for 4 months. What about if you have multiples? How should someone handle that with that stipulation of the 20 cents per every 4 months?
And I do list a lot of multiples. I also list variations. So multiples, like let's say I list a spoon ring, and I have 6 spoons here. So I will put in a quantity of 5, because I need that one extra in case something gets lost in the mail, or maybe I make one and it doesn't turn out exactly the way I want it to. So I'll list 5. When I list that, it is 20 cents, just the 20 cents. If one sells, it will automatically renew with a quantity of 4, and my account is charged another 20 cents. So you don't pay the 20 cents on each. If you list a quantity of 5, I didn't pay 20 cents on all 5. I pay 20 cents if one sells, then I pay the 20 cents again. And your 4 months starts over. So let's say I list something in January with quantity of 5. February, I sell 1. And then it renews because Etsy sees that I still have more, so it automatically renews. That 4 months time starts in February all over again before it would expire. If I didn't sell anything for 4 months, then it would expire. Now, variations are the same thing. Now, on that same ring, I have variations on, it could be size 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. The person gets to choose that. With the variations, it's the same thing. You will only be charged the 20 cents for the initial listing, and then if something sells, you're charged another 20 cents if Etsy sees that you still have more to sell.
Exactly. So I want to go back and thank you, Jeannie. She gave me the word I was looking for, which when I was talking about earlier, it's called template. When you're on making those different listings, and you want to sell the same thing, and you have different criteria, or if you don't want to do like the choices, or you just said that word. I don't know why I'm having a brain freeze this morning. but you have multiples to choose from. You can do
Very
that
nice.
or variations, or you can do this and make a template. Whereas if you know you're going to have a lot of those same items, but you want to change some of the item specifics in them, then that's what you would do. You would create it as a template. Now you'll have it. That we can just go straight to that template if it's the same item. Good morning and welcome for the first
Yeah,
time
and-
here, Royal Flush Creations. Hello, good morning and welcome. Go ahead.
On eBay, it's the template. And when you get down to the bottom of the listing and you're going to either publish or save, you can also save as a template.
Yes.
Even if you save it as a template, you can then go ahead and list that item too. So having those templates saved will save a lot of time in the future. It'll help you not forget something really important. I used to do that because when I worked with sterling spoons, I would save the cut end. And a bolo on eBay, for me anyway, was selling solid sterling silver cut ends. They would sell within an hour. The longest it would take was 2 days for something like that to sell. And I would save that as a template because there were certain things I wanted to say in there, and that would only come up maybe twice a year. So yeah, a template can save you a lot of time on eBay.
Definitely. Yeah. And that was the word I was looking for earlier when I was talking about that, especially if you have a lot of items. I think that would be the best way to do it. And I've done it a couple of times, especially when I first started on. I had all these Barbies to do, and it was just a few minor things that were different. That helped a lot. Trying to get those listed.
And on Etsy, it's called, Etsy doesn't, as long as your listing isn't one that's against their rules, that listing can stay in your it will stay in your expired or deactivated file. I have some of my very first listings are sold out in my sold out file. So they don't ever go away unless you go in and manually delete them. So you can always go back to something 6 years ago and then do a sell similar or a copy. So you do have that. It's just termed differently on Etsy.
Yeah. Kim says you should turn those spoons into erasers. They would watch them fly. Tina, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. All right. Have a good day. Well, thank you so much, Paul, and don't work too hard. And thank you for being here as always. All right, Kate. John, have a great weekend. Don't work too hard. We still list ourselves using the service is like having an extra lister. Okay, so do you use the virtual assistants? There was some questions about that, so maybe if you can let them know how they can find that for the services you use and see if they can use them. Let's see, Kim. I am in Canada. Well, thank you for being here. It's always good to see new people. And I always welcome you back. Jamie, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And that's what we try to do here. We're trying to be honest about anything and everything. If we can't find something, we're going to go search for it. So this is for you. The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it. With no problem.
Let him have it.
And also, thank you very much. Let's see. And I see my side view vision over here. I see something that's coming in, and I wish it would be in the chat, but it's not showing up. So let me get back up here. This chat is flying, and I got to get back. There we go. All right. Let's see. Tommy, hello. Good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see. It just doesn't seem like I have enough time. I'm doing all by myself. And that is understandable. If you can do it, then that's great. But reach out to Peddling Profit. Go ahead.
And Jamie, also, that is like with everybody who resells. There's some part of the whole reselling pie, if you want, all our chats are a pie, that we all struggle with. That it's not, don't take that personal, hon. We all struggle with at least one part of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And again, it's whatever works best for you, because it may work for you, but not somebody else. But especially when you're overwhelmed with so much product and you want to get it listed, if that works for you, maybe reach out to Peddling Profits and see how much she uses. Maybe that can help you. Let's see. So when it expires, you have to pay the 20 cents again, right?
But think positive. Get that thing to sell. Good pictures. You guys, that was actually something, if it came up, I was going to talk about was how important pictures are, not just for the buyer anymore, that make sure your pictures everywhere on the internet are click worthy, because it isn't just the buyer looking at your picture. The algorithms, artificial intelligence is looking at your pictures, and they are using that, whatever they perceive is, are we going to show this or not show this? So good pictures.
Michael, you are in our thoughts and prayers, and everybody, please keep Michael in your thoughts and prayers. He came on yesterday morning. Y'all can go ahead and watch that from yesterday. Just keep him in your thoughts and prayers as he's going through some difficult times right now. Michael, thank you so much. I just noticed you came in and gave not only the thumbs up, as you said, but you gifted 5 new memberships. Let's see. One, it was Susie's Dragonfly, Mark ZT, Polly C, Cindy Y, and Scooter Renee LLC. Thank you so much, Michael. Greatly appreciate it. And you know I got to do the chair dance for you, so this is for you, Michael.
The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
And thank you so much, Michael. And this is for all the new members.
Attention, attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Kajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. All right, now let me get back to the chat because I saw some statements coming in, and I did see where Peddling Profits made a comment that I want to share with Jamie that she did, in case if she didn't see it. Yes, always a true blessing. Let's see here. Where was it? Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. I'm trying to get to that comment. Steph, hello, good morning and welcome. Right here. All right. No, Johnny, we use Rocket Star Flippers service. It's called the Pro e-commerce lister. It's in our options better than their opinion is it's better than VA. So Jamie, check this out. If you want to copy and paste and research, is that off of YouTube or is that a company? I'm not sure how that works, but there's the list of the name. We can maybe check it out and maybe get the link and go check it out. I'm gonna put a star on that one so I can see that one after the show. Let's see, they have an awesome support. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Peddling Profits. Cheryl, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see, you got this, Cheryl. Yes. So you have an incredible day, Michael. Yes, definitely. I'd flip that. Hello, good morning and welcome. And I'm gonna have to watch your show from last night over in the replay because I just couldn't stay up yesterday. They do a show every Thursday night, and I want to say it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just can't stay up that late. I couldn't do it. I tried. It didn't work. Show about every 2 weeks. I thought he'd do it every Thursday. I'm not sure. You're welcome, Jamie. Hello, Ella. Girl, you getting ready for your show? Your show's in about what? 40 minutes? Need to update eBay and Etsy listings. I am just starting at stuff. It's always good too when you're doing that to check on your inventory. Update it and do an inventory check. Any videos is helpful. Yes, exactly. Struggling with editing. Harold's mom. Yes, we Jeffrey told us earlier this morning. Please give me your thoughts and prayers. Yeah, didn't he have a show yesterday though? I'm not sure. I hope he's doing okay. When you sell photos, do you put watermark? When you sell photos, do you put watermarks over the photos so people cannot take them? That is what I do, and thinking it was messing up my sales. That is an excellent question.
Yeah, Aaron, there's a pro and con with that because a lot of artists or photographers do want to watermark their work. It's a pro and a con because there's pros and cons to each one. Obviously, if you're an artist, the last thing you want is an overseas manufacturer And they do this. They are rampantly stealing original pieces, arts, work, whether it's something somebody drew, painted, or photographed. They are stealing them. And then they're reproducing those, and they're putting them on tote bags and T-shirts and hats and everything. It's sickening. It's really sickening. So I understand the watermark. Here's some pros and cons. I can't give an exact opinion on what to do it or not do it. Really good people know how to remove the watermark. So if they're really intentional about stealing that piece of artwork, they know how to remove it. The watermark can also mess up artificial intelligence looking at that picture. I don't know from a buyer perspective, because the watermark doesn't bother me when I'm shopping. It tells me this person cares about their work. So it doesn't bother me as a shopper, but there's pros and cons. And if I had more experience with selling the photos, I could give more of an opinion. But I actually had, and I don't do original drawings or photos. I had my photos of my jewelry stolen. They're all over the internet. They tried reversing the image, so I couldn't find it. I just quit selling the item. So when people do that, I have all the sympathy, because it does hurt. It was my best seller. They stole it, and I don't sell it anymore. It is a pain point, and it's a legit question. And I'm sorry, I can't give you a concrete answer.
And Jamie says she puts her name on the bottom. I was told, and I want to say it was on a newsletter that I found through e-commerce, when they were talking about the new thing that they have about when you're taking pictures, that when you upload your pictures, there is a stamp within the picture of your IP address of where it was taken from. So I'm not sure if that is something that they're using for that or not. Advertising is the key. Yes, just like anything else. I know some people are complaining about the advertisement for, like, say, promoted listings. If you think about it, if you were in a brick and mortar on the street waiting for people to come in and buy things from your store, you still have to make some kind of traffic to where you're going to have to make up some type of advertisement to get those people in there. And that's going to cost you. So why not go through that little extra cost? It comes out of your sales, and use that promoted listing to kind of help you boost your sales. Granted, remember that only time it's going to hurt, or you're going to get charged for it, if they click on it and they buy it from that advertisement, which is called an ad fee, is what they call it. Yes.
Yep, Tina's correct.
New bag designs and replicas of sure. Yep. Laura, now you have some more awesome pieces.
And that's one way to counter that, is to create something new and move on. And that's what I do. I keep creating new things, and hopefully I get better and more skilled at it, and move past that. And I'm glad you highlighted Mom's Knows Treasures, because here's one difference between eBay and Etsy. On eBay does not allow text on photos. Etsy does allow text on photos. They actually almost encourage it, because they know that people aren't reading the descriptions. They even say, feel free to put text that you want people to see, put that text on your photo. Big differences between eBay and Etsy. But I don't know if I would personally, this is an opinion, I don't know if I would put text on your first photo on Etsy. It could mess up the artificial intelligence, because photos are becoming more and more important. Maybe put that on your second photo. Hi, Ella.
So how would you put text on your photo when you're listing an item?
I go to Canva to do it.
Okay. So you'd have to upload the video to the picture to Canva and then type it in and then upload it to. Okay.
Another way, I've seen some people who are maybe don't understand how to work Canva, because they will write it on a piece of paper. I've actually seen people handwrite things on a piece of paper, put the item on that piece of paper, and then take a picture. I mean, that's how some of us old people do things.
That sounds about what I would do too. In order to enhance customer experience, to use text and borders on eBay listings are not permitted. Exactly. That I knew that, but yeah, I couldn't remember if Etsy allowed it or not. I just don't do it. What takes us the longest is creating a listing on Etsy is entering the tags. Perfect.
Peddling. I know you already know this, but I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell this again, Johnny. Back me up on this.
That's right.
We love this. We love this tip. And actually, I found this tip in the forums. So the forums can really be helpful for those unknown things that are kind of like, I don't know what, not a secret, but they don't put these things in the handbook. What I do and what I taught Johnny to do was to copy your title, get a really good title. Johnny has excellent titles on Etsy. Like, I was blown away at how good his titles are. Seriously. Copy the entire title, paste it down into the tag box. Now, we all know that Etsy tags can only be 20 characters long. So what you do is you divide your title up. Don't hit enter. You divide that title into little bites of information, little key phrases by a comma. So let's say you have this really long title of, I don't know, 20 words, and you would divide that up like vintage jewelry, comma, red crystal, comma. So in that box for your tags, you just divide it with commas. Once you get all your commas in there, you hit enter, and your tags will fill up. And say you use 10, now you're only responsible. So now your tags match your title, which makes your listing more relevant in search. Okay. If you still have 3 left to use, start thinking of what the customer would also be looking for.
Yep.
Condition and those kinds of things.
I have to say that tip that we had a while back, and I think Tommy was in the chat at the same time when we were talking about different things about the tags, because that was a major question several times. And Tommy even said that where he started doing that same thing, and it made a difference in his sales and his Etsy store. And that's once you gave us that tip, and I took and went and redone all of my tags, and then changed some of the titles and just copy and put those commas in where I needed to put them, and it was perfect. I love it. That is the best thing to save on listing and doing your tags.
Not only does it save time, but when your title and tags match, seriously, your relevancy goes up.
Yep. Thomas, will keep you in our thoughts and prayers, and thank God you are okay. He just got out of the hospital after a car crash.
Oh, no.
Thank God you are here and you are able to be with us. I love using Canva. And one of the things I've learned too is some things that I think it was last week when I was on vacation, I was looking up some things about the 5 top tips on things for trending. And I didn't know this. There's so many newer things that I got to go search for in Canva that I didn't know were even there for us to use. So Canva can be used for a lot of different things instead of just thumbnails. I am surprised. So I am definitely going to be looking at that this weekend because I want to do a little research on that as well.
You can generate a QR code on Canva and have it printed.
Yeah, I have them. I just got to use them. I did do that. I got them in a file. Yes, glad to hear you're okay, Thomas. Awesome. Let's see. Let's do the lunch podcast is here. Hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Don't forget to go on live, pre-recorded, premiere at 1 o'clock every Friday. So I'm not sure if it's Kristen or is it Angie. I'm not sure unless they tell me. All right, so I'm not seeing any other questions. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open the panel. If anybody would like to come on and join us, whether it be for any of the topics we talked about today, whether it be questions that you have and you would like to ask, or you just want to come on and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to. This is where I go ahead and start dropping the link, and we can go ahead and have you come on. Please make sure you do have your camera on so that I can verify that it is you. If you are one of those that do not like using your camera, you are eligible to go ahead after I verify. You can turn it off after you come on the screen. When I tell you I'm going to bring you on and I'll talk about you and bring you on the channel, then you can turn it off. Soto Creative Corner. Been watching for a few days, learning a lot. Thank you. Aw, why does that name sound familiar? Soto Creations. That name sounds familiar. By the way, welcome. I'm glad to hear you being lurking and working. I love hearing those that are lurking and watching and then come back in and check out the channel and then be part of the channel and be part of the chat. And I see you got 129 videos. Ooh, I'm going to have to go check you out. I'm going to save you to go watch some videos after. Let's see here. Let's do lunch podcast. It's Kristen. Hello, good morning and welcome. Did you have another channel before this that you had a different name maybe? Because that name Soto sounds familiar. But anywho, it's all good. Thank you for being here. Also, don't forget to check out Steph does a video a day where if you are doing a auction of some kind and you want to be on her video, go reach out to her. She does that on a daily basis where she doesn't do it. It's mainly like a sneak preview of who's going on for the day. Check her out. Yeah. And she's got a sale today. Usually she's on at midnight on certain nights of the week, and it's all on the calendar. And if you have events that you would like to be put on the calendar, don't forget to go. It is now the second post in the community tab. Make me a comment and let me know, and I'll add you to the calendar. Have a great weekend, everyone. Hope you all, well, thank you so much, and y'all have a great weekend as well. I know we're getting a lot of areas where they're getting a lot of rain, so y'all be safe and be careful. It also includes links, yes. So definitely check that out because she's been doing that every day. So make sure you check out her channel. Also, Jennifer's been dropping links. Check out those links and make sure you do check out those channels. And if you do go back and watch videos, please make sure you leave a comment, give a thumbs up. That way you can hopefully keep your subscription to that channel, and that way you can make sure you get notifications by setting all notifications. And again, my numbers are going down for the show this morning, and we do have several shows coming on the day at 10 o'clock. So you got a little break there. And let me get to the calendar. Where's that? Right here. Today at 10 o'clock, you're going to have Save Here First Ella with Victoria, Adventures with Victoria. Stacy May W. Catitude with her crafting. And Nora, the Stock Explorer, goes on. It's the Stock Explorer, but her name is Nora at 10 o'clock as well. Laura's going to be on today at 6 p.m. Eastern. Let me see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Then I want to make sure to drop Jennifer's links again. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to have Laura talk about and promote herself. I know you have some pop-ups you've been doing, which is, I think, working better for you now. I know we had some set days that you were doing things on a set schedule. And so you finally, I think, found what works best for you, which I tell it to everybody. Do what works best for you. Don't try to be someone else that's in the community, because remember, everything does not help and work the same for everyone. So go ahead and Laura and promote yourself and where you're going to be, because I think you got a couple of things coming up pretty soon.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I did my very first sale on my channel in March, and because my items are handmade, I was really struggling to do it on a weekly basis and keep up with time to hand make things. So what I'm doing now, and I wanted to also catch the evening crowd and the day crowd. So what's been working for me is I do a Friday night show and a Monday day show. Friday, and then I get 2 days off, and then Monday. I call it part 1, part 2. I invoice those together because on my channel, if you purchase one item, shipping is $4. If you purchase 2 items, the shipping is free. So that gives the customer more opportunity to earn that free shipping. Then what I do is I don't do it. It's every other Friday. That gives me time to complete all the orders, because I do have to make things upon request sometimes. I don't like to rush through that. So then that gives me another week to make more items. So that way I'm bringing you a bigger variety. Like today, I'm really excited about today to show all the new things. Plus, I was able to find 4 different spoon patterns that are going to be rings. They are Art Deco and they're Demitasse. So there's going to be some really new ring styles to choose from on Monday's show. So Monday's show is 2 Eastern and Friday is at 6 Eastern. I'd love to have you there. If you can't make it, I understand, because there's a lot of people going on at those times. Watch the replay and reach out to me. A lot of people are watching the replays and reaching out to me, successfully getting some items. So, and you are.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, there's no obligation to purchase anything. Just come on in and enjoy the positivity.
Deborah, hello, good morning, and welcome. And one of the things I have to say, and I can't say this enough, I don't know if y'all noticed, I've been wearing one of the rings from Laura. I purchased this when she had one of her first shows that she started doing on a regular basis. She had some men's rings, and she does different types of jewelry, of course. And what I'm fascinated with this particular ring is not only is it nice and I love it, but the thing about with her spoon rings that I love when I got this in the mail, and I hope I can show it and see it, is that when she does the spoons or forks, whatever she uses, inside the ring, you may not be able to see it clearly, but she leaves the marking of the spoon inside, the name of the print on the inside of the spoon right here as part of the design. You'll see it inside the band. It's awesome, and I wish it could focus so you can see it. But that's one of the things I fell in love with when I saw this, and I love it. And so when she said she had a men's ring for this size, I bought it immediately because she only had one. So I love wearing it. It fits my finger perfectly. So yeah.
One of the patterns I have for Monday would be very suitable for men too, and there were 7 of them. So I know I get requests for men's rings, so Monday would be a good opportunity.
Definitely. So that's why I enjoy watching and seeing what she's going to bring next. And one of the things I have to say about with Laura, when she's showing items, and it could be a different color stone, and she already had it made, but those in the chat said, can I get this in a different color stone or this color stone? She is right there taking that order. In that, if she has extra of that pattern, she's writing that order down and telling you, writing what stone color you want right there. So you're definitely getting your own design right there. I'm gonna laugh when she sends you some earring. Oh yeah, and it's in eraser.
I'll ship that in a baggie, Kim.
Hello, Anitra. Also, Anitra, don't forget she will be on this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw that on this morning when I was going through my homepage. She's going to be on this weekend with Aaron Proctor, the brooch man, hat man, ephemera man, the whole long name kind of thing, on Saturday. So definitely check it out. Always teasing with it. You think you can get any longer on your name? I said, no, don't do it. It's too long already. I love messing with Aaron. Let's see here. And I think I'm caught up in the chat. So everyone, please make sure you do check out all these other chats. Thank you for checking me out. Yes, that's what we're here for. But also don't forget, if and this is my final tip for the day for anyone who's on YouTube and other chats during the weekend. If they tell you you're blue in the chat and they say, oh, drop your link. Do not drop your link to your YouTube channel. Get the latest video, get the best video you think people would like, and drop that link to a video. You want them to go to a particular video instead of just to your channel. We want them to entice for them to go and subscribe to your channel. So make sure you do drop a link to a video, not your YouTube channel. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. I know this is going to be a great weekend coming up, and she's got a note. Let's see what the note is.
It's an order.
Kim. Your order has been placed.
She has a whole tray back here, so just add that in there.
Watch out, Kim. Watch what you ask.
Watch out, because I already got it designed in my head.
Watch out what you ask for.
Watch out.
So with that being said, thank y'all so much for always coming out and showing your love and support. Don't forget, we do this every morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every day is a different topic. You just never know who's going to be on, especially when it's special events, and then somebody reaches out to me and said, I would like to be on your show. That's one of the things I do encourage. If you would like to be part of any of the shows with the Q&As, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to have more than just one person on the panel. Also, don't forget, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Saturday, I am co-host. Right now, we're getting right in August, season 3, and is the silver. Who's Your Stacker with the Silver Stacker Bingo every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's getting close to him to end season 3. So make sure you check us out this Saturday. I'm his co-host. And then again on Monday night, we got Fun Night Bingo Night at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be looking out next week. I will be having some videos coming out on some how-to videos to add to my playlist. Been having some questions about certain things about StreamYard. If you would like, go to my playlist. I do have 2 videos in particular. One is how to set up things with StreamYard, part 1. And part 2 is how to do the StreamYards behind the scenes, so you can see how to run a smooth show through StreamYard and YouTube. And I'll be doing more videos next week on that. I'll be working on that this weekend so I can have it out for next week. Thank you.
I used those videos, Johnny, to do my first live on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Mike, hello, good morning, and welcome, sir. Sorry, but we're about ready to end the show. Mona, hello, good morning, and welcome. Oh, thank you so much. And thank y'all for always being here. And again, I always love having the question and answers to help y'all. That's what we're here for. Also, remember, at any given time, if you need some help behind the scenes, please make sure you do reach out to me or join us after the show's over. The link is always still going to be in the chat when I end the show. And I'll be glad to help you one-on-one and answer any specific questions, especially if you're a member. I go a little bit further out of my way for those who are members. Also, I am already filled. And don't forget, Tuesday, I am going to be doing a members-only live. So please, if you are a member, please come in. If you are definitely a reseller or you sell on YouTube, please make sure you are there, because there's some things that I'm bringing up to you to vote, things that I have ideas for the members on another show. All right, so with that being said, like I say before, in each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Have a great weekend. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?
Woo!